So let us start with circular permutation. Now, when objects are arranged along a closed curve like a circle or ring or permutations, ring, the permutations are known as circular permutation. If anybody, let's say your dining table is in this format, okay, it's a closed curve like circle or a ring. Now, here, if people sit A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay. If they sit like this, now if they are sitting in a row or standing in a column, we will say A is first, or we will say, okay, C is first, and then we have the other people. Okay. But when it is a closed curve, which means something like a circle, it is difficult to identify who is first. Okay, to start to calculate the permutation, there will be no beginning or the end person. Okay, here I have started with A and ended with G. You can say it will start with A and G. That cannot happen all the time. I could have started with B also. Okay, I can start with E and then I can come back to F, or I can stop at G. So there is lot of possibilities which is there under circular permutation. So how do we solve such problems? It is important to note that circular arrangement, there is neither the beginning nor the end. So there is no beginning, there is no end. Okay, it just keeps going on. It's like a loop. It keeps happening over and over again. Then, so here they have given us an example of same ABCD people who are there. So if these ABCD people are arranged in a row, then you can say, okay, we have ABCD. If not, I will arrange them in BCDA. If not, I will arrange them in CDAB. If not, I can also arrange them in DABC, and so on. Okay, there are so many arrangements which will come. But if they are sitting like this in a circular format, it is difficult. So how do we find out? Hence, if linear permutation of four circular permutations are 4 factorial by 3 factorial, hence in general, n objects arranged in a circle are n factorial by n, which is nothing but n minus 1 factorial. So the formula for this is n factorial by n is equal to n minus 1 factorial. So if you get the questions are talking about sitting in a circular dining table, or for 5 friends were sitting in a ring, okay, and playing a musical chair, all that. So there is a loop which is happening there. So that is why in those cases you can use this formula. Understood circular permutation? Okay, now let us see a little more theory that is left out. As the number of circular permutations depend on relative position of the object, we fix the position of one object and then arrange the remaining. Now, sometimes what happens, if it's a dining table, okay, you usually have head of the family sitting, and then you will have the other people who will sit in the dining table. Correct? So, in few of the questions, we might fix one person's position. Okay, we will fix one person position, and then we will calculate the positions of the other people who are sitting in a circle or a ring. Fine. So, in that case, then we will arrange n minus 1. Okay, suppose if you have 7 people sitting in the dining table, so I will fix one person, which means now I have 7 minus 1%, because 1% is fixed. So how many more persons I have to arrange? I have to arrange 6 more persons. Now, when I have to arrange 6 more person, I can arrange them in n minus 1 ways, factorial ways, that is nothing but 6 factorial ways. Did you all understand this? So I'm going to fix one person, and then rest of them I'm going to change. I'm not going to change this one person place, but I'm going to change the place of others. This can also be a potential question that may be asked. Did you understand that concept? Okay. Now, moving further, the last note, if the clockwise and anti-clockwise orders are not distinguishable, then the number of circular permutation is n minus 1 by 2 factorial. So sometimes what will happen, they will say there are 5 people A, B, C, D and E, and they are sitting in a circular dining table. Okay, now I need not arrange them in the clockwise or anti-clockwise. This is clockwise. From right to left is a clockwise, and from left to right is anti-clockwise. Okay, now if there is no distinguish between them, means if there is no difference of saying, if there is no difference when I arrange them in either clockwise or anti-clockwise, then I will just find out n minus 1 factorial by 2. This should give me the answer. Okay, let's jump into the problems directly for us to understand this more. Okay, understood? Any doubts until here? Okay, now let's read the question. Bindu, you have any doubt? You have raised your hand. Understood. Okay, okay, fine. So let us start. In how many ways can 8 persons, in how many ways can 8 persons be seated at a round table? Okay, so there is a round table and there are 8 people. Now here, let's say one is sitting here, and there is 2, and there is 3, and there is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so there are 8 people sitting in the round table. Now, how many number of ways can they sit? Now here they have not asked us to do anything. It is just a plain question which is talking about people sitting in a round table. Now what we will do is, we will first fix one person. Okay, let's say we will fix 1. So if this one person is fixed, which means how many more people are left for me to arrange? Okay, let's take another example. Now 8 people are, you out of 13 here, I am going to take 8 people. Fine. So I have Anusha, then I have Arpita, then there is Bharat, Bindu Shri, and there is Swami, Kirti Bhushan, Imran, and Rajeshwari. Okay, others will be taken in other example. Please don't feel bad. Okay, now in out of these 8 members here, I'm going to fix Anusha here in one chair. Okay, I'm going to say, Anusha, you sit down here and do not move. Okay, your place is fixed here. Now apart from Anusha, how many more people do I have to arrange? Out of 8 I have already arranged 1. So how many more are there? 7 more people are there. So I have Arpita, Bharat, Bindu, Swami, Kirti, and Imran, Imran, and Rajeshwari to arrange. So these 7 people, I can arrange them in 7 factorial ways. 7 people, I can arrange them in 7 factorial ways. Yes. So that is what is you have to consider in the circular permutation. That's all is your answer. You can either fix one person and arrange rest of them, or even if you arrange the others, the formula of circular permutation is as simple as this: n minus 1 factorial, which is nothing but 8 minus 1 factorial, which is 7 factorial. Even if you go by formula, you get 7 factorial, or even if you arrange them in a practical way also, you get 7 factorial. Okay, so you get 5040 ways, is it? Good. So 7 factorial is equal to 5040 ways. So that is the final answer that you will get, 5040 ways. Understood first problem? Any doubt in the first problem? Can we go to the next problem? Okay, one of you wants the explanation once again. So here it is. We have 8 people with us. Now out of 8 people, okay, all the 8 people are sitting in a round table here. Okay, all the 8 of them are sitting in the round table here. Now, how many ways can I arrange the round table people? Now, when I took the example of all of you only here, so what is going to happen is, let's say I have Anusha here, and then there is Arpita, Bharat, Bindushri, Swami, Kirti, Imran, Rajeshwari. Okay, so there are 8 of them who are sitting in a round table. Okay, the table is in the shape of round. Now what I will do, I have 2 ways of solving this problem. One way is directly applying the formula. Now what is the formula? N minus 1 factorial, which is nothing but 8 minus 1 factorial, which is 7 factorial. So I have 7 factorial ways of arranging 8 people in a round table. That is what it means. So that is one way of solving the problem. Another way of solving the problem is I fix one person. Let's say I am fixing Rajeshwari in one place. Now I'll fix Rajeshwari in one place. And apart from Rajeshwari, how many more people do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So when I have 7 people, when I fixed one and I have 7 more people, so I am supposed to arrange the other 7 people in different places. Let's say I'm going to arrange Imran in Bindu's place, and I'm going to replace Bindu in Anusha's place, and Arpita will come down in Kirti Bhushan's place, and then we have Swami who will be going to Arpita's place. Okay, like this, I'm going to make a lot of changes from one place to another, except Rajeshwari. I'm not going to change Rajeshwari's place. I'm going to keep it fixed. So in that case, I have 7 factorial ways of arranging the people. I hope everybody understood now. Can we go to the next question? Now, next question. How many ways can 10 different precious stones be set to form a necklace? Okay, necklace. Okay, let's say this is a necklace. Okay, please don't mind the bad drawings that I'll be doing. Okay, I just want to show the proper. Okay, now this necklace has precious stones. 10 different precious stones are there. Now, if there are 10 different precious stones, which means if I arrange the precious stones from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, if I arrange the precious stones from this side to this side or from this side to this side, it both means the same because it is precious stones. And I just don't use too much of logic of saying, okay, red color stone should come first, white color should. No, no, no. We are not talking about colors of anything here. Okay. In a necklace, let's say it is a pearl necklace. Now, in a pearl necklace, it will be pearls only. 10 different, or let's say 10 pearls I have taken and I'm making a necklace. So, if I arrange pearls from here to this side, okay, from left to right, or from right to left, it both means the same because at the end of the day you have pearls in your necklace. Okay, so there will be no distinction between the clockwise and anti-clockwise. So we are going to use this formula which we saw in the end, that is n minus 1 factorial by 2. So which is nothing but n is 10, 10 minus 1 factorial divided by 2. Okay, so which is nothing but 9 factorial divided by 2. So can you find me the number of ways? Can you say me the value for 9 factorial? Nine into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. How much do you get? 9 factorial. Rida, check again. Are you giving me the final answer? Okay. Yes, Anusha. So 362, 880 you get. Now divide this by 2. You get 180, 400 ways. 180, sorry, 440 ways. 181, 440 ways where you can arrange the 10 different precious stone in a form of necklace. Okay. Did you understand the second question? Everybody understood? I want everybody to answer. Can we go for the next question? Okay. Now let us try this out. In how many ways can 6 boys be arranged in a circle if 2 particular boys always wants to be together? Okay, so there are 6 boys in a circle. Let's say the 6 boys may be playing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that was a big circle. So let us place them far away. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, we have 6 boys arranged in a circle, and let's say 2 boys want to be always together. Okay, let us say 3 and 4 always want to be next to each other only. Okay, we'll get back to the basics of permutation. So if at all we have them as together, now whenever we are talking about together, we have considered them as one unit, vowels being together, uh, and then books being together. We have considered them as one unit. Yes? Yes or no? If you remember just the previous problem, vowels being together. And then before that we had maths book, accounts book, stats books, which were supposed to be together. So similarly here, 2 boys want to be together, so we will consider them as one unit. Now apart from this, how many more people are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 other people are there, plus one unit where 2 of them want to be always together. Now I have total 5 of them in a circle. Now when I have 5 of them in a circle, I can arrange them in n minus 1 factorial ways. Yes, that is the formula, n minus 1 factorial ways. So which is nothing but 5 minus 1 factorial, which is equal to 4 factorial ways. Okay, understand? I'm going to repeat the answer once again. Please concentrate here and understand it well. Okay, so here if you see, so we have a circle where there are 6 boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now out of these 6 boys, let's say we have 3 and 4 always wants to be together. So when they want to be together, we have always considered them as one unit. Now apart from these 2, we have other 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So 4 plus 1, which is equal to 5 units. Okay, 5 units. Now how do we solve the circular permutation? By using the formula n minus 1 factorial. So which is nothing but 5 minus 1 factorial, which is 4 factorial.